Hi folks, welcome back to my channel, Stereo Studs. I'm Stephen, and we're going to carry on from the last video really. I pulled out a lot of trains in the last video. If you didn't see that, be sure to check it out, especially if you're a fan of trains. I have another couple of big boxes which I'm pretty confident are full of even more trains and all sorts. So yeah, tonight we're just going to carry that on. So I have a couple of boxes here, they're quite large. So they are opened in extent, but I haven't quite been through them in their entirety, so we'll have a wee look and see what all we've got inside here. So a few non-train things first then. What do we have in here? Just a bit of foliage and some animals then. So just a little tree, a couple of the wee leaf pieces. There's a seagull, an Alsatian, a cat and an otter in there by the looks of it, so just a few wee bits and pieces there. And then here, I haven't actually opened this here, and it has all my shipping details and everything there, but I don't know if you can quite see. There's just a load of the sort of 3 leaf pieces there, so just got a wee bag full of those. So again, that's just a few bits and pieces there to fill out the layout. A couple of polybags here, 30653, and it's the 1992 Batman poly figure then. So not sure where or why I picked it up for that matter, but a couple of those anyway. And then in here, okay, oh lovely, all right. So first things first, we have we have some more Emerald Night pieces in here. So first up we have just the carriage there. I'm not sure if I have another one of the trains or not. So we have the original carriage then from the original set, and then so I got these off of a guy on Instagram actually, and these are just some custom carriages then. So obviously they don't come with the original windows. It is built in the same style as the original carriage, but without those sort of more broader paned windows that came in the original set. These are quite expensive to get hold of because they were only produced in this set, so to get those windows individually is quite expensive. So this is just a wee build then, using some alternative windows. So here we've got like a wee sort of, looks like a dining car with like a sort of caboose down end on it, and then finally a baggage car as well. So just a few extra cars to put on the end of my Emerald Night set. Just a couple of, we've got a left and a right points piece there. That's just yes, this is just instructions and stuff in here. Okay, righty ho. Where do I start? I'll take out all these wee bits and pieces. So in fact I'll not show you these yet because it'll kind of give away what's coming. Just pop them down there and those. Right, so in here, right, so we have, well, first and foremost we have another Emerald Night. So we do have 2 Emerald Nights then. Obviously I pulled out the one in the previous unboxing haul, and here we've got a second one then. So the first one I bought boxed on eBay. This one I picked up on social media then. It's in really good condition. It's been really well looked after. All the stickers are fantastic as well. So what I'll probably end up doing is having this one on my layout and the other one potentially in storage, as just a replacement service train or something. Just a few extra bits there for the Emerald Night. I think this one has been set up to be motorized, so got all the motors and bits and pieces there to allow me to do that. And then the next train in here, this is another absolute beauty. We have the 10219, and it is the Maersk train. So again, this is another set that I missed whenever it was actually originally released. Oh, oopsies. But again, I had the opportunity to pick this up from the same guy that I got these off. Actually, there's a really nice guy on Instagram who was getting rid of his collection in its entirety, and I had the option then to buy these off him. So I'm reasonably confident there's another Maersk box somewhere, which I've never actually gotten around to open and build. But obviously this one then has been built and has been motorized and is ready to run in the layout, so that's really cool. And then obviously we just have with that then the little Maersk container terminals and the little sort of lorry, shunter lorry. A few wee bits broken off it, just pop them back on. And then we have these sort of flatbed wagons as well. So yeah, apologies about all the hairs. So yes, another really cool set in my collection there, which I cannot wait to get running on my layout. I absolutely love this train. I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't have the opportunity to buy it when it initially launched, but thankfully the opportunity did present itself at a later date, and I have been able to pick a couple up. So I'm really psyched to have that in my collection. Sorry, just a few wee random pieces that have come astray here. I'm not sure what these are, but yeah, just an awesome set really. Can't sort of speak enough of the quality of this build and just how authentic it looks as well. I also love the scale of it. It's a wee bit bigger than the sort of city style trains and whatnot would generally be, so it has a bit more bulk to it. But yeah, another really cool train to add to my layout. I also love these custom carriages. It's a shame obviously that they don't all have the same window, but I'm sure those windows are easily £10 a pop on bricklink, so at that sort of price it's entirely understandable. Now we just have loads more straight track in here, which is pretty useful, because I guess any sort of layout builder and train builder can attest, straight tracks are certainly one that you can never have enough of. So we've got a few in here as well, just to add into the bundle that I pulled out last week. And then these here little pieces here as well. I think they're just look like 3D printed sort of, I don't know, track ends or something, yeah. So I think they were just thrown in as wee bonus extra, so we've got those. And just the controller there too, so. And then, yeah, the wee bags then, sorry that I didn't display, it was just extra parts from that set. Obviously in motorising each of those sets, a lot of parts come out, so there's like the engine and stuff as well there, so that's just a little bag with the extra bits and pieces there. And then we've just got the little Maersk worker minifigures, and then that's the guys from the Emerald Night train as well. So yeah, really cool box set full of awesome trains. What else do I have? So a couple more wee boxes in here, so just sort of sticking to the train theme, I have literally got a box full of track, another box full of track here, so it's just a whole assortment of bits and pieces. So there's also some figures in here. I'm going to pull those figures out because they're quite nice, obviously, down there. So yeah, this is just lots and lots of, there's an absolute mountain of curves, flex tracks, straight tracks, yeah, all sorts, all really useful bits and pieces there. So, and all bits of track that I have no doubt I'll be able to use my leg. Just to sort of clarify there again, take these points out, it might make it a wee bit easier. Yeah, you can see there we've just got loads. did a great job of this. Loads and loads more track there. You can see that it's sort of deep, a couple deep again, and lots of black track actually. So yeah, some more track that will absolutely be utilised. I do, like I said, I plan to run two full full loops around my layout, with various sidings and off tracks and all sorts. Now, I've perhaps sort of slightly maybe undersold the scale of all of that, so it will very much be space permitting, but my intention is to build as much railway in the layout as possible, so better to have the track than not. Okay, so in here, right, a lot of stuff in here again, another big box full, so we've got a few more train bases there. Clearly you can't have too many of those apparently. I'm just gonna move a few bits and pieces out of the way here because we're getting a bit tight for space. If I maybe try and double them up over the side there, fingers crossed they don't fall on me. You can sit there. And then similarly for the Maersk stuff. Put the lorry up there. And the other carriage can just sit on top. I'll move out of the way. Okay, so first up, we've got a little box in here then. And okay, so this is the, I don't know if I'll keep this, you know, to be honest. It's a 10246. No, it's not 10246. 7597. It's the little Toy Story train. We've got all of the carriages for that, and then the actual locomotive itself. Now, I liked the idea of this at the time. I got it, I built it. I'm much less interested in it now than I was when I got it, but we'll see. I haven't decided what I'll do with that. Again, this stuff all needs a really good clean. It's all been sort of sat in storage for so long. And then that's just all the minifigures then from it as well. You've got Woody and Daisy and Buzz and all those characters, so I've got those in there. So yeah, I don't know what my intention is with this. Not sure if I'll hold on to it or if I'll maybe get rid of it just to free up a wee bit of space in the collection. But it is largely complete. I think the hand figures may be missing, or yeah, that's definitely not Lego. So yeah, so we'll see. I'm not sure. Okay, we have some cargo bits and pieces in, so just some legs for cranes and various components then that can be used to build up a crane there. So there will be a lot of more random stuff in here, I would think, judging by the looks of it. I think this is one of the train stations. I can't quite remember the number. It was the station that came with the yellow taxi and had this sort of canopy that went out over the rails. It would have been around the same time, I think, as the white high-speed train. So that looks like the parts for that. I'm not sure what my intentions will be there. I think I had got a few of them and was hoping to sort of build it out in a slightly bigger station, but we'll see. Okay, and here we have, right, so this is just the, must just be the wee crane, and the minifigure from like one of the freight train sets, cargo train sets. Yeah, 60198. So I think that's the green one, isn't it? So that's just the little sort of signal box for that then. What have we got in here? Okay. Right, so as I suspected, I know in the last video I pulled out a lot of carriages for the Hogwarts Express. So there we have the actual express itself and the station then, just in that box. So and then all the characters in there. So I'll not take it out of that for now. I'll just leave it in there, just to keep it sort of together and out of the way. But here, just lots of random train pieces in there. There's a little, I can't remember if that was a wee Lego Creator train or what it was, but there's that. There's tons of wheels and There's a few of the magnet connectors and the buffers. Yeah, again, more random stuff. Just feels like this box is going to be a lot of random stuff. Another carriage for the Hogwarts Express, so we clearly have no shortage of those. Okay, and here we have just a freight wagon then from one of the freight trains. Can't remember which one that was. So yeah, just a wee wagon there to add into the rolling stock. I do, like I know I said this previously, I do want to kind of try and build up a lot of rolling stock myself. However, I also, you know, in a bid to create volume and just have a nice sort of busy and populated looking railway, I have picked up as much as I can. There's some discolouring in bricks there, which I'll probably have to look at replacing, but it's not too bad. Well, there's a few actually, so we'll see what we can do about that. Okay, and then in here we have again a load more wagons and lorries from a freight set. Again, we've got some horrible discolouring in some of these sets. Now these have all just been set in these bags in a lot of cases in this box and out of the way of sunlight, so I don't know really what has caused so much discoloration in some of these bits and pieces. Thankfully it's not everything, but there's way more than I would have liked, to be honest. That's quite disappointing there, really. I don't know if maybe it's a bit of the air getting the plastics as well or what, so I'll probably have to have a wee think about what I'm going to do with all of those. But again, yeah, just a little more wagons then for freight train. And then here we have just tons of bogies and wheels and a few sort of cab pieces as well. So just a few of these sort of decorative sides as well. So just lots and lots of bits and pieces, really. But yeah, all useful, I suppose, for creating my own stock, to be honest. I did try to gather up as much. Of those kind of pieces as possible, just to allow me to sort of build up stock without having to, you know, pay a lot of money. What I would have done would have been bought sets and then removed pieces and sold on parts of the set and generally sort of getting my money back. So this again, we have lots of the infrared battery packs and receivers in here and motors, the same. So a few of those, some spare bogies, a little platform as well there, and again another wee platform that has been horribly discoloured. Yeah, so that's all very similar stuff in there. Here we have another piece of stock from 6052. It's the sort of big electricity cable spool wagon. So yeah, you can see there just that we set on our carriage on film. Another one then, 60194 is from that set, and I think in this case it's just the little log, the little wagon with the logs on it then. So I think, yeah, just over time I've been picking up bits and pieces off of eBay. Another one here. So this is just a wee container wagon then, or a fuel wagon, the octane fuel wagon. This one's in much better condition than all the other ones that I've pulled out. So I'll be much happier sort of integrating this into the layout. So again, just another carriage there, a bit of stock to add. And then what do we have here? So we have then the locomotive from 60052. So this looks like it's all motored and censored up. So I really like that locomotive as well. It was one of the, well, it was from maybe three Lego City freight sets ago, and I like it. It's very similar in style, obviously, to the sort of North American trains, you know, very similar to the Maersk there. A bit smaller in scale, but you know, a equally impressive model nonetheless. It's falling apart on me here as I speak, so I'll be better just putting this one down maybe and speaking less of it. But yeah, so I don't know, these sets, I don't know if it's just the way they've been stored, they've kind of, I feel just a wee bit sort of loose, and I'm not sure what's wrong with them. But anyway, yeah, so we've got that train there. I've got some of the wagons. Not sure if, I don't think this is from it, this is from a different set, I'm pretty sure. So that's just the train wagon there, or the crane wagon rather. So another just like a flatbed wagon. I think that one had a digger on it, if memory serves me correct. And then what have we got here? Okay, so just again a few more carriages in here. So these were the cattle transporters, and then we've got this little helicopter transporter here as well. So again, some horrible discolouring on this as well. The whites have not fared terribly well in this one, which again is quite disappointing. So some of the greys as well. So I'll probably look at replacing those or tidying those up a wee bit in due course. But that's that then. I'll just pop that on there. And then yeah, like I said, a couple of these came with cattle, so they're little cattle wagons. And then we have another bag here just full of some of the larger flatbed wagons in. So a few of the electricity spool ones, one like that has a wee octane tank on it, and a few bits of pieces of game, just loads more rolling stock really. I tried to build up as much as I could. And then we've got some more trains down here, so 7939. So this is one of the Lego City freight trains then from recent years. Or I say recent years, it's probably one of the older ones in my collection actually. So this is going back maybe 4 or 5 trains. But quite a cool wagon, I like that there one. I've got that. And then we have another one of these. So I know I did show one of these in the previous video. 60098, I think this came after the yellow one. Very similar in style, but again, just another very, very neat and cool build. This one is motorized, as is this, so they're both sort of ready to go. And we have another 60052. Because I do say one is not enough. Okay, so there's the little digger then that came with that wagon, and then I've got a wee bag here. So these have got wee hoppers in them and loads of minifigures. So I think this hopper did come from one of the freight sets from a number of years ago, and I have picked up a few extras. So in here in total I've got 5, because I did want to run the train just with a number of the hoppers. So I did part a few of them out and build them up myself then. And picked up a few in the secondary market as well on their own. So yeah, we've got 5 of those. So that'll make a nice sort of freight train anyway, just with the hopper full of coal or, you know, concrete or something, I don't know, but yeah, it's quite cool anyway. Another box in here. Oh, first things first. Couple more of the train bases, few different sizes, and then the large sort of double layer white one as well then, so a couple more of those. And then I've got another box in here. This is quite heavy, so presumably quite a few bits and pieces in here. Okay, right, so this is a bit more random. Okay, so we've got tons and tons of minifigures and accessories, sort of railway related. There's some broken figures in here as well, which is a bit disconcerting. So yeah, just lots of figures, you know, for around the railway and the layouts. Workers, passengers, all sorts. Just waist buffers and some skirts in here then, the wee bag of those. Similarly, some just train bogies here, some with wheels, some without wheels. So a few more of those. We've got some of the battery packs and hubs and some IR receivers here. And then a controller. Just lots of wee crossings and signals and tiles and stuff and bits and pieces relative to railway. There's another little, can't remember what that one's for. It's another one of the sort of receivers, or I'm not sure what that one does. I've got in here, just a couple of power function motors here. And then in here it's just lights and motors and things like that there. Some of these sort of medium and small motors and stuff here. And a large one as well there, I think some of these were actually for trains and some of them were for motorizing some sets. I do have the Haunted House fairground ride and I had kind of wanted to motorize it. And then this is all just full of power function controllers, a whole box full of power function controllers, so there's quite a few of them in there. And one more wee thing here actually. What's this? More minifigures. So yeah, some more railway related minifigures. So yeah, quite a few bits and pieces. So that kind of brings an end to that box. This is just a massive mess on this table really. This is really difficult stuff to sort because I still don't really have the storage or space to put in this stuff without boxing all away again, which kind of goes against what I'm doing. And when I look sort of over here, I can see so much more specifically train related stuff to come. So I don't know the best way to get on top of all this, but I'll make it work somehow. This has probably been a wee bit of a messy video. It's kind of hard to talk through all this stuff because I don't even know half what I'm pulling out here myself, and it's a difficult thing to sort of display and chat about. But I'm sure it'll give you a bit of an idea anyway of kind of what I'm working towards from the layout point of view from a railway perspective. I've got a lot of freight, I've got a lot of passenger, and I want to have it all as much of it run as possible. I don't know. Yeah, I'll get through it all somehow. Yeah, a bit disappointing. There's a lot of discolouring in the bricks here. Like I know that sunlight and UV light can in particular damage a lot of the colours and sort of cause that sort of fading and whatnot to happen. These obviously haven't been stored like that, so I don't know if there's something else that's contributed towards that. I don't know if anyone has any other ideas. Let me know in the comments anyway, or the best way to put that right. And I have dabbled in the past with using hydrogen peroxide, but kind of had mixed sort of results. We don't get a lot of sunlight over here in Northern Ireland, and I don't have a UV light to work with. I do believe it's only temporary anyway, so I don't know. But it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it really. I'll just have to make it work. But yeah, I think this has probably been quite a long video, so thanks for sticking out if you have done. Real mess here, but I'll try and get this all tidied up. I'll try and get the trains all sort of laid out in a fashion where we can maybe sort of go across them one by one and have a proper look at what all we have here. Thanks again for tuning in and sticking it out if you have done. Please drop us a wee like if you find this remotely interesting, or if you think there's enough trains here to run about 10 layouts. Do subscribe and hit hit that bell icon if you do want to be kept up to date. Like I said, I have a lot more train stuff coming up here by the looks of it, and I do want to get this all sorted, so I will be posting and video and all that as well as I go along. Thanks very much for tuning in anyway, guys. Have a great evening. Take care.